CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
Daniel Smith has awakened a sleeping giant.
Tonight on CTV News, unions respond. Alberta's unions could be headed for a general strike. Thanks for joining us. Alberta unions are sending a message to the provincial government for invoking the notwithstanding clause to force striking teachers back to work. They say the wheels have been set in motion for a province-wide general strike. Connor Hogg has the details.
Daniel Smith has awakened a sleeping giant.
Union workers from across the province gathered in Edmonton Wednesday afternoon, responding to the province forcing teachers back to work using the notwithstanding clause. The Alberta Federation of Labour says it has its sights set on toppling the UCP government.
Not just for the sake of the teachers, not just for the sake of bargaining rights, but for the sake of our shared democracy and the future of our province.
AFL President Gil McGowan says that Labour unions will mobilize around MLA recall campaigns and campaign publicly for defunding private schools. It will also begin the process of organizing a province-wide general strike.
Thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of workers walking off the job probably for a limited period of time.
Labour relations professor Jason Foster says a general strike would likely be more effective long-term than recall support. He says while there won't be an immediate strike, there could be new labour woes on the horizon. Nurses are voting on whether to strike later this month.
When you turn up workers' anger, that's when they're prepared to mobilize and do things. So I fully suspect that this might actually even enhance the results of their strike vote.
When we looked at all of our options, this has been the longest education strike in Canadian history. We were looking for a way to bring some finality to it.
Speaking to CTV News, Provincial Finance Minister Nate Horner says other routes could have taken months and kids could have remained out of class. He says the process has not been fun for anyone, including the province.
My message is this, that we've heard you. We know there's other work that needs to be done in the classroom.
We'll have to see if they're actually going to put actions to those works, because we move, our fight from our strike into a different arena. It's to hold governments to account about the promises that they make.
Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Gil McGowan isn't committing to a timeline on when workers could actually walk off the job. Now, when pressed, he told media that consultation with other unions will take some time, as a general strike hasn't been seen in the country for more than 100 years. There are 24 unions affiliated with the AFL, representing 175,000 workers in the province. So far, the chief electoral officer has only approved one recall petition. It's for Education Minister Demetrius Nicolaides. He's the MLA for Calgary Bow. At a press conference today, we asked Service Alberta Minister Dale Nolly about recalls. He says he believes 12 MLAs are being targeted.
Listen, we've known for a while there is a left-wing group that is weaponizing the recall process. They're targeting 12 of us. That was not the intent of recall. The intent of recall was to, if you have an MLA that behaved egregiously, something inappropriate, committed an indictable offense, those types of things. That's what recall is intended for. They're weaponizing it because they don't like our policy.
A list of conditions must be met before a recall petition is approved. The Recall Act was amended this past summer to make the process more efficient and to allow for MLAs to respond. The province has released more details about its plan to address classroom size and complexity. School boards will be responsible for providing data on student numbers, as well as the types of challenges that kids are dealing with. Incidents of aggression and violence will also be tracked. School boards have until November 24th to submit their data. By January, those numbers will be made public and then released annually. 700,000 students returned to school this morning after the strike kept them out for more than 3 weeks. CTV's Nicole Lampa spoke with some families at a West End school as children were being dropped off.
Mason Puerto is excited to see his grade 5 friends.
I just miss every thing we did together. My teacher is so exciting. She gives us lots of fun activities to do and stuff.
His mom is also happy her 2 sons are back in class after they sat empty for 3.5 weeks.
I want them to go to school. I don't want their time to be wasted.
It's the same feeling for Sebastian Bartlett, who is also part of the Parent Advisory Council at St. Justin Elementary.
I'm happy that they're back in school, but at the same point, I'm very disgusted about how the government's gone about this to force our teachers back into school where it's not on their free will.
While Mason doesn't fully understand why he's been out of school for so long, he hopes his teacher feels valued, at least by him.
I just like how she teaches us every day and cares for us.
Nicole Ampa, CTV News, Edmonton.
The UCP's response to the teachers' strike has appeared to change some Albertans' opinion of the party and the Premier. Leger's Government of Alberta report card shows 61% of respondents feel Alberta is headed in the wrong direction, up 10 points from the May survey. Nearly half add that the strike has worsened their opinion of the Premier, while NDP leader Naheed Nenshi has seen a bump in ratings. Leger's survey polled 1,045 voting-aged Albertans online. Now, because it was an online survey, no exact margin of error can be calculated, but it's estimated to be no greater than 3%, 19 times out of 20. Edmonton's new city council has been sworn in, taking their oaths of office in a ceremony at City Hall this afternoon. While the majority of councillors were re-elected earlier this month, there are 4 new councillors. As CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports, the group is excited to get to work.
All the pomp, circumstance, and potential of a fresh council term on display at City Hall. 12 councillors and the mayor swore an oath of office in front of friends, family, and former mayor Amarjeet Sohi. Edmonton's 37th mayor is a council veteran. Andrew Knack takes over the mayor's chair after 3 terms as a councillor.
I will work every day to be a unifying force for this city, to earn your trust, and to remind us of the humanity we share even when we disagree.
Many familiar faces are on this new council. 9 people, including Mayor Knack, won re-election earlier this month. There are 4 new councillors this term. John Morgan replaces Jennifer Rice. Mike Elliott, the former president of the police union, now represents Tim Cartmell's old ward. Reed Clark replaces Andrew Knack in Ward Nakota Iska. And Tu Parmar arrives at City Hall in Sarah Hamilton's old ward after a recount awarded her the win with an extra 600 votes.
The number one thing I'm looking at is really building relationships. Building relationships with our current council, our new council, building relationships with the other levels of government, with our community partners that you saw here today.
It's been great. I think there's a real spirit of collaboration so far, and I'm excited to see that through.
After the swearing-in ceremony, council held its first meeting as a group.
Actually, technically no applause, so thank you. Well, I'm excited that you're excited. No applause while we're in council chambers, please.
Mayor Knack is planning to release a strategic plan for this council next week. He has a range of priorities, including affordability, but don't expect a big tax cut in the upcoming city budget.
It's already an approved budget, so council will look to make some adjustments, but as has been the case every term that I've been on council, there's usually not typically a large shift in the final year of a 4-year budget.
Next year's tax increase is projected to be 6.4%. Getting it any lower will be the new council's first hurdle. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
You still have one last chance to vote for Alberta's next license plate. There are 2 plates left to choose from. The finalists include a picture of Moraine Lake and the foothills with a pump jack and a pair of ranchers. The new plates also feature a wild rose flower and new slogan, Strong and Free. Online voting wraps up November 5th, with the chosen design being announced in mid-November. To vote, head to alberta.ca/pick-a-plate. Discount retailer Zellers is expected to make its return to Edmonton official tomorrow. The opening of the store in the Londonderry Mall has already been delayed twice. A spokesperson for Zellers says it's on track to open tomorrow at 10 a.m. Zellers says it'll open more locations across our country by the spring of 2026. It plans to focus on smaller spaces and sell fewer items, opting for clothing, luggage, and home goods, and doing away with toys and pharmaceuticals. The retailer says it'll keep the focus on low-cost options. The province's law enforcement response teams have made a sizable drug bust in an operation spanning Alberta and Saskatchewan. Homes were searched in Edmonton, St. Albert, and Swift Current. Officers found more than 1,800 grams of cocaine, 192 grams of a suspected cocaine buffing agent, 4 grams of fentanyl, and about $24,000 in cash.
This is an investigation our officers have been working on for a number of months, focused mainly on drug trafficking in the Edmonton area, but then when they undertook the investigation, they discovered that it also extended into Saskatchewan, so grateful for the collaboration with our counterparts.
A 32-year-old man is facing multiple drug charges. A new report from the University of Calgary shows the housing crisis is impacting those experiencing domestic violence. The issue is even more pressing as police report more incidents of domestic violence. CTV's Jacqueline Wilson reports.
It's an alarming statistic. Police say domestic violence calls have gone up 3.6% over the last year and up 14.2% compared to the 5-year average. Staff Sergeant Glenn Andruschuk says the most dangerous time is when the victim decides to leave their abuser.
Domestic violence is based on power and control, and when the offender realizes that they've lost power and control over their victim, that is when they escalate their behavior, and it's the most dangerous time for a victim.
It's a period when the survivor is looking for shelter or housing, but a new report by the University of Calgary says that critical escape has a big barrier because of the affordable housing crisis.
For women suffering abuse from their partner, it's more expensive for them to escape.
A tight rental market means survivors might have to go to a crisis shelter.
Women's shelters are finding they have to provide more and more beds because people are not leaving. They're staying for long periods of time. All this is because of the housing crisis. People cannot find a place to live, so they're stuck in these shelters.
The report shows the number of shelter beds available has increased 48% in Canada from 2016 to 2023, while Calgary's capacity has increased 95%. But advocates say even more is needed.
Demand for our crisis shelter continues to remain high. We regularly operate at full capacity. We continue to see the need in our community, and we're thankful in 2023 that we were able to open our new crisis shelter where we doubled capacity.
Say Jess, a domestic violence prevention society, is calling on Calgarians to do their part by being there for victims.
It's really important that whoever is experiencing the domestic abuse, they get to be the person that decides what happens in their lives. And so I think that part of empathetic, non-judgmental listening is saying, what is it that you want here? How can I help you?
More tips on how to be a better support to people experiencing abuse can be found on their website, sayjess.org. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
The city of St. Albert is trying to make it easier for people of all ages to get into sports. This Saturday, the city is holding a sports day at Service Place. The city describes it as a sports job fair. 22 local organizations will be talking about the programs that they offer. There will also be demonstrations and information about volunteer opportunities. The city says sports sets kids up with some skills for success.
Whether it's for physical benefits such as maintaining a healthy, active and balanced lifestyle, whether there's social benefits such as meeting new friends or participating with your peers, or especially for our youth, there's so many life skill development opportunities within youth sport. Skills such as leadership, resiliency and teamwork.
The city says these activities don't have to be competitive or expensive, and programs are available to offset cost. On Saturday, people can also bring equipment donations for Sports Central. The organization provides equipment to families who need it. Just ahead, trick-or-treat training for neurodiverse children. Plus, big tracks to fill. What roller coaster detectives thinks could be replacing the Mindbender at Galaxyland?
There's even people all the way from Florida that are reaching out, asking questions, being like, I went on the Mindbender so many years ago.
Well, for the forecast, a lot of people looking forward to Friday, Halloween, and the forecast is looking warm. Great forecast coming your way for trick-or-treating. Friday night, Saturday night, there are some showers in the forecast. We'll talk about when coming up.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Monday on CTV Edmonton, a new series, The Crime Tapes.
Just stay there. We'll find you. We will.
I'll find you.
An Edmonton man's public promise to find his pregnant wife, all while police had him under close watch inside the 2005 investigation of Michael White. Monday.
Welcome back. From the costumes to the decorations and the candy, Halloween can be an overstimulating holiday. It can be even more so for kids with autism. As CTV's Narramanisa reports, a local organization is helping families get their kids ready for a night out trick-or-treating.
Trick or treat. Wait till they open. Now say it.
It's a trick-or-treat trial run.
Can you say thank you?
These kids are getting a feel for what to expect when they go door-to-door Halloween night.
Halloween is hard for any child with any kind of neurodiversity. It's unpredictable, it's unexpected, it's scary. Lots of our kids have anxiety.
For kids with neurodiverse issues, Halloween can be more trick than treat.
Sensory issues are also all over the place. Loud, scary noises, scratchy costumes, lots of lights.
Every year, Children's Autism Services holds a practice session. The organization's hallways mimic front doors in a neighborhood. Children learn how to approach front doors and properly ask for candy.
It gets them ready. It gets them reminded of what needs to happen when you enter somewhat of a stranger's door, that we have to knock. We can't just walk in, because that's what happened.
Parents say this kind of support helps them navigate the situation more easily.
No, absolutely. It gives a parent a lot of confidence in a situation like this to send your child out at night with this training.
Parents and advocates are asking for some grace from homeowners, asking people to take it easy on a child if they get overwhelmed on their doorstep.
Just to be mindful and to be supportive of some of the kids that may not be able to say trick or treat, or some of the kids that may be a little hesitant and a little nervous and anxious about it. Just to be aware and be understanding and patient.
Giving these kids an upper hand in handling Halloween on their terms. Narramanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Since the teardown of the Mindbender roller coaster at West Edmonton Mall, many people have been wondering what ride will come to replace it. As CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti finds out, roller coaster enthusiasts may have discovered the answer.
For as long as he can remember, Steve Phillip has been obsessed with roller coasters.
I got the Roller Coaster Tycoon game out of the cereal box, and then just going to Galaxyland when I was younger too, watching the Mindbender just became a really cool thing.
For decades, the Mindbender roller coaster with 3 loops thrilled people at West Edmonton Mall. It shut down in 2023 and has since been torn down.
The removal take place was definitely kind of heartbreaking, but I knew that something big was coming.
With the mall promising to replace it, Phillip and a global online community of roller coaster fans started to dig around.
There's even people all the way from Florida that are reaching out, asking questions, being like, I went on the Mindbender so many years ago.
When looking at the construction site, the amateur sleuth spotted the name Vekoma, a Dutch roller coaster manufacturer. Then, by pure chance during an errand run, Phillip saw something familiar in a West Edmonton industrial yard.
I was driving down the road and saw the track. We had some rumors about the color, and the tarp was blown off. I was able to identify the colors, and instantly I put 2 and 2 together.
Dozens of pieces of orange and green tracks are now covered in blue tarps. Regardless of what it ends up looking like, the new ride will have big tracks to fill. University of Calgary physics professor Phil Langell uses roller coasters and other rides as a teaching tool.
You go super fast, you get squished into your seat really hard, you feel at times like you're going to come flying out of your seat.
He says the key to a good ride is a blend of different types of motions and forces.
A good roller coaster ride will bring you to the edge of being uncomfortable, but not over the top so that you're frightened out of your boots, right?
He says the mall will need to balance big enough thrills for adults while making sure kids enjoy it too. It's unclear when we'll know if that's been achieved, as West Edmonton Mall isn't letting anything slip, only telling us we're thrilled to see the excitement from fans and the community around our upcoming roller coaster. While we can't share more right now, we look forward to unveiling full details as we get closer to opening. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
After the break, a large sampling of sugars preparing parents for a candy-filled Halloween.
don't want to demonize those yummy foods.
Thursday, we speak with students planning to walk out in support of their teachers, plus how to manage the pressures of being a Pinterest-perfect parent at Halloween. And we reveal the winner of our Spooky Spirit contest.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by Bucks Auto Parts. Rebuilt, recharged, ready. Learn more at bucksautoparts.com.
It was a little bit tricky today. We did see some showers this morning, even some wet snow in and around the capital region, but then we got to some sunny sky. And temperature for today, we hit a high of 8. Average seasonal high is 5. We dipped down to 2 this morning. Average seasonal low, -3, so above it for both the high and the low. So again, we made it to 8. Red Deer was at 13. Medicine Hat 15. Warm air in central and southern areas. To the north, a cooler air mass where we saw daytime highs anywhere from 1 to 2 degrees. So we could see the separate air masses there with the division in temperature. We were in the warmer air mass, and that'll still be the case as we go throughout the next few days. The snow for Fort McMurray continue to move off into Saskatchewan. We see some breaks in the cloud, mostly sunny as we start off in the morning, and then a lot of sun as we go throughout Thursday. Maybe just a little bit of high scattered cloud, but the sun is going to dominate. And then heading into Friday, fairly sunny. It's late Friday where we have some cloud coming in. Trick-or-treaters should be good for showers. It's late evening where we see some showers pass through the Edmonton area, so after the kids will be done trick-or-treating. Tomorrow morning, starting off anywhere from 0 to 2 for Edmonton, -5 Cold Lake, Slave Lake -1, a little bit warmer in the south. Temperatures in the north, still a bit on the cool side, especially to the northeast. Warmer, though, towards White Cornets and 9 and 10, tapping into that warm air, and still warmer to the south, just slightly cooler than today. Let's take a look at the forecast for Edmonton. We're starting off anywhere from 0 to 2, right around 1 degree in the morning. Lots of sun, just a little bit of scattered cloud, and 9 for a high. Light wind as we go throughout the day. Friday, Halloween, -2 to start, 11 for a high. Slight chance of some late day showers. It should be after the trick-or-treating. And then for Saturday, mostly cloudy, a high of 10. Late evening, a slight chance of showers once again. Put your clocks back an hour, and then Sunday will all be on the same time. Sunday, a high of 8, mainly sunny sky, and 8 on Monday. So we see a little bit of a cooler air mass move in, but still pretty good. Again, average seasonal high is 5 degrees. It's cooler for next week. We see most days above it. Temperatures anywhere from 4 to 9 degrees as we go throughout next week. A great 10-day forecast. Halloween looking pretty good. Again, late Friday, late Saturday, just a slight chance of showers.
A local business is helping our city's most vulnerable. Starting Saturday, 2 men and a truck will be collecting gently used and new winter gear for its Truckload of Warmth campaign.
So we're trying to play our part and also be an inspiration to other community businesses as well, to be able to give back as well.
Donations can be dropped off at the company's office. As kids put the finishing touches on their Halloween costumes, some parents are already worrying about their sugar intake. However, health experts are saying moderation is the key to staying healthy. CTV's Evan Kenny has more.
Ghosts and ghouls are a Halloween staple, just like Kit Kats and candy.
We don't want to demonize those yummy foods.
While eating candy 1 out of 365 days a year isn't the end of the world, some health experts are trying to turn the attention away from sugar. They want the focus of Halloween to be on the scares and socializing instead.
Emphasize the social part of it, the getting ready and, going out to see your friends, hang out with your friends.
One registered dietitian says candy in moderation isn't bad, but with heaping piles of it comes
tummy troubles for sure. And I think also the chocolate in some, it contains caffeine. So some kids, it might be enough caffeine to keep kids awake at night.
It gets stuck in children's teeth, it gets stuck in their gums, and that is how cavities form.
Norwood Dental Inglewood says November and December, just after Halloween, are its busiest months. That's why it's trading with kids their candy for toys.
Children get to come in and they bring in their candy, and if they're able to fill up our bucket, and we're fairly lenient, especially with the little kids, they can exchange it for a full-size toy.
The candy collected goes to Edmonton's Food Bank and Smile Edmonton, a group that helps the homeless.
A lot of enthusiasm from children, a lot from families too. This year we have a ton of families coming back who've done it before.
The office will be doing trades starting Sunday. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Oh, Halloween, a great night filled with sweet treats and then a heavy dose of brushing your teeth. Alrighty, that is all from us on this Wednesday night. Thank you so much for choosing CTV Edmonton to wrap up your day. We'll see you back here, same time, same place, tomorrow night. Until then, take care and goodbye for now.